were the characteristics of this current cohort?
There was a couple of defining characteristics actually this time round. Diversity was really interesting, so and that's just not about gender, but actually the blend of domain experiences that came into this, because there was such a different, unique blend of companies that was in it. So that was a kind of an important thing. I think the strength of the propositions overall was also commented by the judges here, right? In particular, that there'd been quite a lot of customer engagement and validation of the problems.
Is there something about the experience economy we need to be tapping into more in Ireland, in terms of people who've been around the block, been seasoned, and don't necessarily fit the mould of the idea of the typical Silicon Valley startup as some guy in his 20s, but actually someone who, man or woman, who's actually been around the block doing different things in different industries?
Yeah, I think there is. It's about having a wide workforce that is digitally entrepreneurially capable. So, stepping out of maybe the cozy job situation and trying something new and different, that's a good thing to do. And it's a capability that's going to become more and more important. With the advent of new technologies like artificial intelligence now coming to the fore as well, that ability to embed that type of technology by working in diverse groups and working well together and recycling projects fairly quickly is going to be really attractive, not just to form new startup businesses, but to other companies coming to locate here in Ireland as well.
There were a handful of businesses, or a few that we really kind of debated at length, but for us Trezio was quite a clear winner in terms of the opportunity to build sort of a global scale digital or technology business. I think the problem that they're addressing, the market they're addressing, is potentially huge.
What are the kind of things that you think need to be sharpened up on in Ireland that, for our startups to compete on a global stage?
Often you can find yourself looking at sort of a really interesting product that's searching for a market, and I think that was great to see from the companies today. It was a little less of that. Companies coming at it from a very commercial standpoint and with a product that's solving a very real need.
The world is changing and the nature of work is changing. The gig economy is changing how we perceive work and how people get paid and how they manage their own finances. And I think Trezio have identified an opportunity of how to help these people manage their own finances and deal with the turbulence of a choppy sort of income stream, and that was really amazing. And they participate in that core revenue. They make life easier both for the platform owners like the Ubers of the world and Deliveroo's of the world, and for the actual gig economists themselves, the people who are driving the cabs or delivering the pizzas. So I really like that. Well, I think the thing that's changed significantly is the perception of a startup or being a founder or an entrepreneur being a valid career choice. And that sort of has permeated all the way back through the educational system. So I think in particular the university sector is doing very well at promoting a startup career, promoting an entrepreneurial career.
This year, as I said, with the kind of the customer traction in terms of people who haven't actually sold, one of the companies had 350,000 in revenue. The Izzy Wheels had sold over 20,000 euro worth of Izzy Wheels in the last year alone. Like, these are impressive numbers of people who've sold things, and that's what's all about at the end of the day, is actually selling the product, as opposed to just having a good idea and talking about it.
There's been some great successes that I think have really set the tone for what we're capable of. When you look at the likes of Plink, when you look at some of the businesses over the last decade who've really stood up and said, we're Irish, but we're taking on the world and we're going to stand out. Overall in the communities, though, what we really want to see is that spread of startups, that it's not just centred on one area or one district, that it's not just centred on Dublin, that there are hubs and supports all over the country. And I think probably the next step in this now is, and it's something that we've seen, and I think you touched on yourself in previous articles, was that coordination and that voice coming through of what Irish startups are good at. I think there's a lot of us who have a vested role in that, and I think that needs to come together over the next couple of years.